This week we're going to be exploring nutrition on a deeper level and helping you create a better understanding of how nutrition works. So let's get into it. Today's lesson is the fundamentals of nutrition. And this is where a lot of people go wrong, because people see dieting, they see food as a negative thing. They're always trying to battle against wanting something, or they're always trying to restrict something, or they're always trying to miss social occasions because they know that there's going to be food and drink involved, and they're always fighting a battle against nutrition. And this is where people go wrong, because when we have that attitude towards nutrition, we're never going to achieve long-term success. Nutrition is essential for the body. The body needs nourishment. Food, nutrition, is designed to support the body in its daily activities: breathing, working, moving, energy output, cell reproduction, protein synthesis, fat oxidation, hormone production, hormone regulation, testosterone production, estrogen production. All of these chemical reactions, all of these daily tasks require nourishment of food and fuel. So without food, without eating correctly, having a bad relationship with food is going to prevent all of this from happening. You're not going to be able to go into your job with the best output, energy output and focus that the job requires. You're not going to be able to go home to your relationships and give that energy and love, because your body hasn't got what it needs to do, hasn't got what it needs to do the things properly. So we need to have a healthy relationship with food and nutrition, and understand that nutrition is what the body needs. It needs nourishment. So let's move on and let's start looking at calories, macros and micronutrients. So you've probably heard of people talking about calories. Are you counting your calories? Does it fit your macros? Blah, 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 blah. So what are calories? Well, everything that goes into our body and everything that comes out in terms of energy is measured in an energy unit called calories. Calorie consumption, or a calorie value, is associated to everything that goes in and everything that goes out. So an apple has a set amount of calories in it, a certain amount of energy, and every time we do a bicep curl, or we speak, or we breathe, or we blink, that requires calorie output. So it's always an energy balance. We get more into this in the later weeks, but calories are basically the energy unit that we use to measure food. And within calories, we then break food down into macronutrients, which are protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Protein is for cell reproduction, repair, and recovery. Carbohydrates are for energy, and fats are for energy as well. Now, these contain different calorie totals per macro unit as well. So 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrate is 4 calories, 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. And within these macronutrients, we also have micronutrients. So every chicken breast will have a calorie total, a protein, carbs, and fat total as well. It will also have a number of vitamins and minerals, such as vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin B, zinc, magnesium, the list goes on. And all of these, the total calories, the macronutrients, and the micronutrients are all central parts to fuel the body so that it can carry out its daily tasks. So if we have a bad relationship with food, we're not getting enough calories, we're not getting enough macronutrients, and we're not getting enough micronutrients, this is when the body becomes in a position of deteriorated health. And when the body's in a position of deteriorated health, it's then hard to get body composition goals. The body needs to be healthy and happy to be losing weight or to be growing muscle. So we need to nourish the body, have a healthy relationship with food, give our body what it needs to carry out its daily tasks, and then, and only then, when we're in a good position of health, can we then look to achieve body composition results. Okay, so let's go into belief systems versus science. Now, unfortunately, the fitness industry is plagued with belief systems and people trying to sell products. You only have to look at your phone, open Instagram, and there'll be some good-looking fitness pro trying to sell you a belief system or a product so that he can make money. And this is what's confusing, and this is what causes a lot of pain and hurt in the industry. Some guy will go on Facebook, go look at my abs, I did the keto diet for 6 weeks and I lost all this weight. And then the next person goes out and goes, this must work because this guy did it, I'm gonna do it. And then lo and behold, it doesn't work for them. They think, must be something wrong with me. maybe health and fitness isn't for me, they give up and then they never go back to health and fitness again, or they spend more time going on to the next belief system or the next product, and that's not what's good for the industry. So let's just look at a few of them. How many is there? We've got the keto diet, we've got the caveman diet, we have the juice plus, we have isogenics, we have the paleo diet. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. So when people get results through a particular belief system or product, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work for everybody. That means that it may or may not have worked for them, but that doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. What we need to do is look at the science, and look at the science as a whole. Yes, this guy lost weight on keto, this guy lost weight on paleo, this guy lost weight on juice plus, but why did they lose weight on that? Why did they lose weight on that? And then, is that going to work for me? And once we can do that, then we can start deciphering what's good, what's bad, and what needs to be ignored. So when you hear something or you see something, a product, a supplement brand, or a belief system for dieting, just understand that that may have worked for one person or a few people or a whole lot of people, but that doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that it's the only way, and it doesn't mean that it's right for you. So please don't get confused in this industry. The keto diet, the caveman diet, the juice plus, isogenics, paleo diet, anything else, they all work for a reason, because they will apply the rules of thermodynamics, which is calories in versus calories out. And if you eat less than you expend, it doesn't matter how you're doing it, because the laws of thermodynamics determine that you will lose weight. There has to be a change in body mass if the energy out exceeds the energy in, if that makes sense. So if they applied the fundamental laws of thermodynamics, it doesn't matter how you go about it, you will lose weight. So there was a study done in America by an American doctor to prove, this was like 10 years ago, to prove the laws of thermodynamics were what were mattered, number one. And he had a diet made of Twinkies, so just like chocolate, sweet, rubbish food, hardly any nutrition in there at all. But what he did was eat in a calorie deficit. He ate less calories than he needed, and even though he was eating pure rubbish, he lost weight. So that proved to the world then that the laws of thermodynamics were what ruled supreme in the world. So when you see a product or a belief system, just have a look at it, think of the science behind it, and look at the picture as a whole. Why did this work? Will it work for me? Do I need to worry about it? Do I need to discard it? Is it somebody trying to sell a product to me? What does the science say? Is there multiple studies to prove that this is right? All right, let's move on to, there is no wrong. There is no wrong with nutrition. You can eat the things that you think you want to eat. You can do the things you want to do. There is no wrong. When people say, oh, I had a glass of wine on Saturday, I feel really bad for cheating on my diet. What? That's not wrong. There is no wrong. Like, nutrition is about creating a balanced life. It's not about restriction and being 100%. You can't say to me that McDonald's is the worst food in the world, because if somebody comes to me and they're eating McDonald's 3 times a day, I put them on a nutrition plan and they eat McDonald's once a day, that's still an improvement on where they were. So everything has its place. Now, I'm not saying that it's okay to eat at McDonald's once a day, because your habits will determine your body. Your body will reflect your habits. If you're eating McDonald's once a day, your body's going to look like you're eating McDonald's once a day. But there is no wrong. If you eat McDonald's once a week, then that's going to reflect on your body, but that doesn't mean that you still can't get results, and you shouldn't feel bad about these things. We need to understand that life is about balance. So don't feel guilty about eating these nice foods, because you should eat these nice foods. You shouldn't have a diet or a lifestyle that's restrictive, because you're always fighting against what you want to do. You're always fighting against your willpower, and that's a battle that you will never win. So you need to understand that creating balance, and that there is no wrong in nutrition, then that's when we're going to be able to create a healthy mentality towards nutrition. It's fitting it all in, and as long as you're getting results and you're moving in the right direction, then there can't be anything wrong with it. Sure, you could speed your results up, but it doesn't matter if you're happy. If you're happy having a glass of red wine on a Saturday, or a glass of red wine once a night, and you're still getting results, and that's fine. But if we get to a position where you're not getting results, then I might say to you, maybe we should take that red wine out once every night. Maybe we should just take it out and see how we go. Then we might get results that are a little bit quicker. When I did my comp prep, I was 100% to my nutrition for a whole 12-month period. And it was tough, and it created a lot of animosity in my relationships. It was hard. It was a hard toll on me and my friends and my girlfriend and my family, because I couldn't go out and do those things that I wanted to do. I was living a restrictive life in preparation for this competition. And that's what I had to do to get the first place win. But what that did do, that improved my results marginally. So now I live a life where I'm somewhere between 80 to 90% compliant. And sure, my results are a little bit slower, but it allows me to live in a place of happiness and freedom. I can go out with my girlfriend and have that relationship and do these things at the weekend. I can go and see my family and we can have those family meals. But you don't need to be 100% all the time. It's about creating balance in your life and balance with your nutrition and having a healthy relationship and a healthy understanding of nutrition. Okay, let's move on. Which system works best? So you've probably heard of meal plans. Everybody, I need a meal plan to follow. And you've probably heard of if it fits your macros. Are you tracking your calories? And you've also heard of just eating healthy. So which one works best? Well, the answer is meal plans will 100% provide you better results, because we're applying attention to calories, macronutrients, micronutrients, but we're also applying attention to nutrient source and nutrient timing, whereas the other two don't apply it. So these will give you a better result, but that doesn't mean that it's right for you and it's better long term, because there's less balance with this one. If it fits your macros, this applies attention to calories and macros. So you're going to achieve weight loss because you're applying attention to the laws of thermodynamics. So you will lose weight, and this does work. And this gives people a lot more freedom, but it is slightly less optimal than a meal plan. Eating healthy, yeah, for sure, you're always eating the right foods. You're not going to be getting stuff that you might eat in one of these others, but it's not calculating calories and they're applying the laws to thermodynamics. So even though you might be healthy, you're not guaranteed to lose weight or get the results that you want, because you're not applying the laws of thermodynamics, calories in versus calories out, and macronutrients. So eating healthy is great, and for somebody that just wants to live a healthy life and isn't worried about body composition, then this could be the right option. If it fits your macros, it's for somebody that's a little bit looser, enjoys food, doesn't want to follow a plan, wants a bit more freedom. Meal plans, these are going to get you the optimal results. What's right for you, what's right for me, what's right for the next person, it may be one of these three, it may be a combination of all three. And throughout this program, that's what we're going to help you choose and learn what works best for you, what you can follow, and what you're happiest with. Alright, let's move on. Knowledge and understanding will always win. Take all of this, and this is what is most important when it comes to nutrition. If you know what works for you, if you have an understanding about calories, macros, micros, nutrient source, nutrient timing, then you're going to be able to control your diet today, tomorrow, and long into the future. And not only will you be able to control your nutrition with knowledge and understanding and help you achieve the results that you want and to stay healthy, but you'll be able to pass that on to your children, your partners, your family, and help them live a happier and healthier life. There's nothing worse than walking into a bakery or a restaurant or a shop and thinking, don't know what I can eat. I kind of think that I remember reading something about that, and then I should eat this at that time of the day, and I should eat this, but I need to be standing on my head, and then the calories don't count. That's the worst thing. Understanding what works for you, what works for your body, understanding the science, understanding the systems, understanding the why, that's what's going to help us all live happier lives and have a happier relationship with nutrition. And that's what we're going to go through this week, helping you build an understanding about nutrition and living a happier and healthier, well-balanced life. Okay, thank you for listening, and enjoy the material this week.